back to Learn on the Go. On our poetry lesson today, you will learn about the rhyme scheme, rhythm, and repetition. Let's start with the rhyme scheme. Well, before we talk about the rhyme scheme, let's first learn what rhyming words are. Rhyming words are words that have the same ending sound. Where do we usually find rhyming words in poems? Rhyming words are found at the end of lines in poems. Now let's look at a poem. Let's find out the rhyming words in the poem. I had a cat who was so fat, he could not sit, as it did not fit. Alright, now we learned that rhyming words are found at the end of lines in poems. So let's look at the end of lines. Line 1. Okay, this is the ending word, so we look at the ending word. Cat, fat. Okay, cat, fat, they rhyme. Sit, fit. Sit, fit, they rhyme too. Cat, fat, sit, fit. Okay, now that we have found our rhyming words in the poem, let's try to figure out the rhyme scheme. So, cat, fat have the same ending sound, so we give them AA. Sit, fit. They have the same ending sound, but different from the first two, so we give them BB. So, the rhyme scheme in our poem number 1 is AA, BB. Let's go to our poem number 2. Let's read it. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above, the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. So we look at the end of the lines. Star, R, star, R. High, sky, high sky. So we have star, R that have the same ending sound, so we give them AA. Then we have high, sky. They have the same ending sound, so we give them BB. Alright, so poem number 1, poem number 2, they both have the same rhyme scheme, AA, BB. So that and that is the rhyme scheme in our poems. Alright, now you know rhyme scheme, let's move on to rhythm. Do you see the musical signatures at the top? Okay, rhythm is related to music. Yep, your guess is right. Rhythm can be described as the beat and pace of a poem. So, rhythm is the musical sound of a poem. Now, how is the rhythm formed in poems? Well, rhythm is created by the pattern of stressed and unstressed syllables in a line or a stanza. Oh, these are too big for me. What are stressed syllables? What are unstressed syllables? Oh, don't worry. You're here. You're at Learn on the Go, so you will learn all about them. Now, rhythm. Why does a poem have a rhythm? Well, the rhythm can help to strengthen the meaning of the words and ideas in a poem. Okay, now before we start learning about rhythms, stressed and unstressed syllables, let's learn about what a syllable is. A syllable is the number of times you hear a sound of a vowel when pronouncing the words. So syllables are the number of times you hear a vowel sound in a word. A, E, I, O, A. These are the vowel sounds. Let's look at an example. Cat. When we say the word cat, when we pronounce the word cat, how many vowel sounds do you hear? Well, let me teach you a technique. You can clap to find the number of times you hear a vowel sound. Alright, so cat. When you say the word cat, we hear only one vowel sound. So there is one syllable in the word cat. Now, the word banner. When we say the word banner. We hear two syllables. What are they? We hear ban, ner, banner. So the word banner is made up of two syllables. One more. Apple. The word apple has two syllables. What are they? Apple. Apple. Alright, now you know what syllables are. And we also learned that the rhythm of a poem is made by the pattern of the stressed and unstressed syllables in a line or a stanza. Now we're going to learn about stressed and unstressed syllables. Alright, you learned what syllables are. Now, we also learned that words may have more than one syllable, like the word banner. That's ban-ner, so two syllables. The first is ban, the second is ner. In words that have more than one syllable, one of the syllables is pronounced more strongly than the others. Remember, in words that have more than one syllable, like the word banner, we pronounce one syllable stronger than the other. We say that this syllable is stressed, so the syllable that you pronounce strongly is called the stressed. Like in the word banner, we say banner, so the first syllable ban is strongly pronounced than the other, so that is the stressed syllable. Let's look at one more example. Apple, alright? Now we learned that the word apple has two syllables. Apple. Okay, now when we pronounce the word apple, we pronounce it as apple. So we stress at the first syllable and we pronounce it as apple. We don't pronounce it as apple. That's wrong. So when we pronounce the word apple, ap is stressed, apple, pull is unstressed. So when we say apple, there is a stressed syllable and an unstressed syllable. Now, how do these help in forming the rhythm of a poem? Let's see. Here we have a little poem. I had a cat who was so fat, he did not sit as it did not fit. Okay, now let's see the stressed and unstressed syllables in this poem and how they create rhythm. Here we are. I had a cat who was so fat, he could not sit as it did not fit. Now, the words in green are stressed words. Words that are stressed that have stressed syllables. Now listen to the rhythm that I read the poem. I had a cat who was so fat, he could not sit as it did not fit. Can you see how the rhythm was created by the stressed syllables in the lines? Alright, let's look at one more. Let's read it together. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above, the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. So, the letters in orange are the stressed syllables in each word. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Now let's read it with rhythm. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above, the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Now, do you see how nicely the rhythm is created by the stressed and the unstressed syllables? Now, if there was no rhythm, you would be reading a poem like this. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Well, there should be rhythm in a poem. So how do we create rhythm? With stressed and unstressed syllables. Okay, now you learned about the rhythm. Now let's move on to repetition. What's repetition? Repetition is when words, phrases, or lines are repeated. That means when words, phrases, or lines are used more than once in the poem. Now, why do we use repetition? We use it for emphasis. Let's learn more. Now look at this poem. I went out with my doggy, the doggy and myself. He did not want to play, he only wanted me. Now let's find out what is repeated here. I went out with my doggy, the doggy and myself. So we have the words doggy repeated. He did not want to play, he only wanted me. As you can see, the word he is also repeated. Now, doggy, doggy, he. Why? As the author. Oops! Do we call people who write poems authors? No. We call them poets. So, why do you think has the poet repeated doggy and he? Well, because he wants to emphasize that the poem is about a little doggy. Let's look at another one. The sky is blue as I walk through. It never left the sight of me. I always saw it smile at me. The sky is blue, the clouds fly through. The birds were happy, for it was jolly. Now, the sky is blue. The sky is blue. Do you see that the line is repeated here? So why do you think the poet has repeated the sky is blue? That's because he wants to emphasize that it's the season of spring. Alright? Now, in our poem 1, the poet repeated words, and in our poem 2, the poet repeated lines. So, why do we use repetition in poems? We use them to emphasize. Alright, now you know about the rhyme scheme, about rhythm, and also about repetition in poems. Rhyme scheme, rhythm, and repetition. Yay! Now you know all about them. Now that's all for today. Cheerio! Thank you. Make sure you like, subscribe. Oh, click on the bell to know the latest videos coming out from Learn on the Go. Bye!